Hi guys, I'm back today and I'm going to be reviewing a couple of different things today. First and foremost, let's talk about the palettes because you had to know that there were going to be palettes because I clearly have an obsession. And these are both from the brand 50/50. They are not based in the United States, and just so you know, when you're on the website, the prices will be in euros, not in USD. If you're from the United States, if you're from somewhere else, it's in euros. But in USD, I paid $18 for this one and then about $16 for this one. This is the Autumn palette, and this is the Desert palette. Let me go ahead and just show you each one of these real quick. This is the inside of the Autumn palette. I was immediately drawn to it. I know it's hard to imagine, but it's got like your mustardy yellows, your reds, well, reddish oranges, your green, and then that kind of like makeup geek insomnia shade. I dig it a lot. And then this is the inside of the Desert palette. I did use both of these today. I should have just done a video for each of them, but I kind of like how this all turned out at the end of the day. That is what the inside looks like. This shade is a pressed glitter. I did not use it because I am very sensitive, but again, really pretty shadows. I will say that these seemed like they would be more satin, but I did use this one in the middle, and it was really metallic. So, I sometimes eat my words, and there you have it. I did also get to try this Rare Beauty Duo, wearing the shade Thankful on my lips, and it is kind of wearing down, it looks like in the video, but it's not in real life, so it's very strange. It's very soft and kind of creamy feeling on the lips. Really nice texture. Then there is the blush, and this is a liquid blush. Now, I got the Duo for 15 bucks, which is dirt cheap. And if you're in any tier of the Sephora Insider program, then you also can get 10, 15, or 20% off right now. But this is really, really pretty. I've got it on my cheeks right now. It is soft and subtle, and I feel like it's kind of made its way to just being barely there. So I would suggest if you use this to use plenty of it. I did use probably not the right brush, which then goes into the next things I tried today. I got the BH Cosmetics. Oh, I just dropped one. Okay, all's well. I got the BH Cosmetics like holiday gift set of their brushes, and I was really interested in trying this because I could always use brushes. Who can't? They are really decent actually, but I'm going to go through each one of these and talk about them in more depth, at least the ones that I used. Let's go ahead and just start with my thoughts on both of these. The blush is really nice. Just make sure you use plenty because it does kind of dissipate quickly, because I've maybe been filming for, I don't know, like an hour total, we'll say, and it's already very, very light on my cheeks. Like, you could probably barely see it. I do also have a little bit of a bronzer on, so that might be all that you are seeing. So this, nice, just need to use more. Here's my one qualm with it. I really like it. I like the texture. The color is perfect. It's not like boom, there's too much or there's not enough, anything like that. There's fragrance in here. It says, at least in the actual ingredients list. But what does that mean exactly to me? Because when you don't list what the fragrance is, me having food allergies and allergies in general, I'm now going, God, I hope I don't have an allergic reaction and die. Thanks for posting it. So that is my qualm. I'm actually getting to a point where I'm really tired of brands putting fragrance and stuff and not listing what those fragrances are. Like, okay, if you're gonna say, hey, there's a scent, there's a fragrance, there's a whatever, just list what it is so that we know and we can make decisions based on those ingredients. I don't understand this. I don't know why the USDA or whoever it is doesn't do their job and really, step up their labeling. When something is listed natural flavoring, it could be 100 different things. It could be, garlic. It could be ginger, and I'm allergic to ginger. So really, you can't just list it. It's really annoying, but it's a natural flavor. So, but come on. Anyway, so there is that. Then, so far with the palettes that I've used, I feel like they worked beautifully. They're really, I mean, in my opinion, this one I like, but I don't like as well as I like this. This to me is just like really the perfect fall palette, which is why it's called the Autumn palette, and they did well with that. That's what I sound like right now. But I love the color story. I mean, it's just exactly something I enjoy. And then I actually used the black up here. I didn't record this part, but I used the black as my liner today. So that was really nice. The ingredients look pretty decent. And the thing I really like about the brand itself is that it's called 50/50 because they actually donate 50% of their proceeds to different causes. When you are on the website, you can actually choose who you want your contribution to go to, and I love that. I think that is so cool. Like, and they're already charging like pennies. Okay, it's not pennies, but they're already charging a really low amount for their products anyway. So I wish more brands would do this, to be honest. Good for them, and customer service was really good. I was on the site trying to do stuff, and I chatted in, and it was a miracle of miracles. I've never chatted into a site almost ever and got a response where you didn't have to wait for an email back or whatever. No, there was somebody on there, they were talking, they were great, they were really helpful, and I really appreciate that. So thumbs up to you guys, even though I just gave you fingers up. Thank you for the customer service, really appreciate it. Everything got here super safely. Then with the brushes, let's talk about each of these real quick. So again, that's what it looks like. They have been mostly all used. The big fluffy powder brush, it is so nice. It's really soft. It did a really good job kind of, you know, getting up on there. I am not, like, I wish I would have buffed more today, but because I did things a little bit out of order the way I normally do, I didn't get a chance to try it for that. So I will do that in the future. But for what I did use it for, it seemed really nice. And then this right here, I actually used to kind of get right up underneath here and put in my bronzer. You could probably use this for like other stuff. I also used it to kind of set in smaller areas. But as you can see, I still look a little like, hey girl, did you sleep at all? No, I didn't. Thank you. I really like this. This was nice. This, you guys know how I feel about brushes like this. This is a blush brush. It did work. And I think when I stopped trying to smash it, which you'll kind of be like, what is she doing? that it worked just fine. I think it'd be really good for powder. I tried to use it for the liquid blush. And personally, I feel like I've got, you know, some other brushes I would prefer to use with that formulation. This for powder, I think would do really, really well. Okay. Then this one right here, I actually used for my highlight, and I feel like it's pretty like, boom, here's your highlight. So I like that really well. It actually kind of reminded me of the Jaclyn Hill brush that's with Morphe, so something to keep in mind. I don't know what this is for. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure what it is for. So if you know what it's for, let me know. I'm very interested to find out. You know, it's very thick. I mean, I would assume you could always set up a contour right here with it or whatever, but I didn't use it. So I'm not sure, I can't speak to that one. As far as contour, I know that you can use this for like highlighting, but I actually used it to do my nose. Kind of get in there. I like that. It was nice. It was very gentle, which I'm for. Then I used the rest of these. Okay, this I know that I could use to set down my eyeshadow, but I actually used it at the very end to blend it out because it's very thick. Again, very soft. Really like it. This one right here, put down the majority of my base eyeshadow like I could have done with the other brush before this, but this is just slightly smaller and more domed, so I like that a little bit better personally. The other one for blending out was really good, so I was happy with that. Then for blending out my transitional colors, I used this brush, and it seemed to work really nicely. You got like a wide spread. And then I used the slightly smaller one to get right into my actual crease. I like this too. I thought it was really nice. This was surprisingly, even though I didn't think I would like it, it was not bad for packing. I was kind of shocked. Maybe with a different formulation of eyeshadow, it would feel differently. But for this one, it seemed to do pretty good. I'm happy with the application to my eyes. And you got to keep in mind, I don't use glitter glue or anything. So, I mean, I'm kind of a fan of that. So that was a win. I also used this to apply my highlight today on my brow bone area. And then this, I love it. The pencil brush that came with it. It's a good pencil brush. I'm for it. It did really nice. It got right where I wanted it to go. And it was really easy to blend out. So I would say that this brush set is a win and all. And then the little case that comes with it is super cute. Like, I like shiny stuff. That's just me. Anyway, I'm going to do some swatches for you guys with both of the palettes. And then if you guys want to see how I got this look, keep watching after that. And I'll give you my final thoughts so you kind of have most of my final thoughts. However, I have not swatched them yet, so then you'll really get my final thoughts. The first shade in the Autumn palette is Maze. This has to be the biggest swatch I've ever done in my life. I was having a hard time trying to get a concise little swatch up for you, but that's fine. That's all right. This is like a really pretty kind of almost orange toned gold. It is really a nice, vibrant shade. The shade in the palette is called Poison. Seems to be swatching kind of weird, but on the eye it worked really nicely. It's a really pretty kind of khaki green shade. This one is called Book of Shadows. And this I thought was supposed to be black, but it almost looks like a really deep navy. Not the best black in the world, in my opinion. However, it worked okay on the eye. The next shade is Hallows Eve. that looks like much more of a red-based brown, and right now it almost looks like, I don't know, like a purpley brown. Next shade is Decay. This is definitely a shade that we've seen before. It is like a blue, red, brown, shifty, almost slightly green, kind of duochromatic shade. Shade is Blood Moon. This is a really nice kind of rusty color. Worked great. Pumpkin Spice. I apologize, a tractor just drove by my house. A really vibrant orange metallic. This reminds me of a Makeup Geek, I think it's Flamethrower shade. Next shade is Chestnut. The last shade is Gourd. And it's just a really nice green metallic shade. Nice curation of shades that are really perfectly suited for autumn. Okay, the first shade in the Desert palette is called Morocco. And it is like a really nice red shade. The next shade is Oman. Or Oman. I almost feel like cream to powder or cream in general. This is an orange shade. Weird. It's like making a, I don't even know. This has to be a cream texture. That's all I can figure out. This is the pressed glitter called Dabib. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm so sorry. There's not really a good spreadability to this. There's not really, I don't know enough about pressed glitters, but this just doesn't seem, I don't know, it's adhering pretty well. So maybe that, guys, I don't use pressed glitter, so maybe that's exactly how they should work. It's a pretty shade though. It's like a goldish orange. It is Kalahari. This feels like another cream shade. This is kind of a red-based brown. Okay, I'm gonna butcher probably a lot of these apparently, but this is Namibia. I'm sorry. And this reminds me of that Makeup Geek kind of shade. Now this is beautiful. The formulation of this metallic is very good. This is Nevada. Same kind of feel, really good payoff. Really gorgeous kind of pinky metallic shade. The next shade is Sahara or Sahara. I feel like this is another creamy matte. This is a really nice kind of tan brown color. Next shade is Arizona. And that's a beautiful kind of deep based brown with almost an olive tint to it. It's really pretty. It also feels like a cream, and it is Gobi. That is the whole palette.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm back and I've got my final thoughts for you guys. So first things first, I would say that the brush set is really a win. This is again BH Cosmetics. I want to say it was $28. Either way, it was worth it. Well worth it. I really like it. Can't wait to get more use out of it. As far as the rare beauty items for $15 plus, you know, a percentage off, which I didn't get when I got it, totally worth it. I think these are both really nice. I really like the lip color. I like the way it feels on my lips, and I like the blush. I need to go heavier with it next time. I didn't know. I've never used a liquid blush before. But again, my main irksome issue with this was that the fragrance is not labeled what is inside of the fragrance. So for somebody that is allergic to different food items and other just in general irritants, I would have liked to know. I feel like all brands should start doing that. It's not right. It's not, you're doing your customers a disservice. So there are those. And then for both of these palettes, for the prices, you can't go wrong. This one right here, again, was 18. This was about 16. That's USD, not compared to the Euro pricing. The Desert palette, for me, I would pass on this one maybe before the other. Well, maybe. Okay, let me eat my words for a second. I had no use, nor did I even care about this pressed glitter shade. I wish brands didn't do it, but I know that there are people that enjoy it, even though that person is not me. So maybe that's a good formula. I don't know. It seemed really itchy, but all of them are kind of... My husband yelled from outside that he didn't enjoy it either. As far as the cream matte shadows in here, I mean, they worked well on the lid, so maybe there's no issue. As far as swatching, they didn't go very well, but on the eye, they worked great. The metallics, which look like they're just satins in here, are beautiful. Makes me want to depot them and then get rid of the rest. That sounds awful, but I would almost really like to do a comparison of those to Makeup Geek or other brands, but maybe another day, not today. So then the Autumn palette, that is what it looks like on the inside. Again, I will say that the mattes were really easy to use. The metallics were very metallic in this palette, and you can tell from the inside it would be. And when I say metallics, I mean these two over here on the side. They're metallic. This was almost more of like a satin, and this was almost more of a satin, which is disappointing. I wish those were both metallics. But for the price, if you guys are into these color stories, I definitely think that they are well worth it. The shipping did take some time. I want to say I ordered like almost exactly a month ago, but and I've had other stuff come from other countries faster, but you know, it is what it is. I didn't get the tracked insurance. That is a mistake I will never make again. But again, their customer service was really, really good, so I have no qualms. I would definitely order from them again. I think that the products were nice. I am really happy with the look that I got out of them, and all in all, I'd say everything was win-win-win. Yay, we need some wins right now. Anyway, if this video was helpful to you, make sure you give this video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe, and ring the bell for future updates, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.